Hey there, Safie here with your next episode of S-Corporation Straight Talk. So, in terms of tax savings, the S-Corp can definitely be powerful, but the reason why I always bring up not jumping into it too soon is because it comes with more compliance in terms of your year-round proactive work, right? I feel like as a business owner, if you're a six-figure practice, you should have bookkeeping in place anyway, but you definitely are going to need it, in my opinion, when you have an S corporation. And the reason is because the S corporation does have its own separate tax return filing, even though it flows back to your personal return. And that tax filing is a lot more detailed than just maybe your Schedule C filing, where you can pull your receipts together at year end and throw it on a Schedule C. The S corporation looks at very detailed things in the tax world, such as your basis, your balance sheet, making sure your banks reconcile, and so on. And that is not something you want to have done by hand, and it's not something you want to just do in the middle of tax season. So when it comes to the ongoing costs, payroll, bookkeeping, and increased tax prep fees, those are the other things that I want you to consider. And then now compare that to the tax savings. And so once again, individualized results. I've had someone save, 15, 20, 30,000 making the change. I've had someone save 200, when doing the analysis. And so it's that cost benefit analysis that can really, really vary depending on each person's individual circumstance. So with that being said, yes, amazing tax savings potentially there, but find out what it's going to be for you compared to those other costs. And if you're ready to dive in, great. It can definitely be a great tax strategy, but it is something that is going to be more compliant, and it is something you're going to need professional support for throughout the year. With that being said, if you already work with an accountant, please ensure that they are familiar, and not even just familiar, that they specialize in bookkeeping and tax preparation and strategy for S corporations. Because jumping into the S corp just because your accountant said so, and your accountant just setting your salary at some random number, can get you in trouble. And I just want to be transparent with that. Whether it be a smaller practitioner or a bigger firm, make sure you know the ins and outs of what's being suggested to you, and do your own research as well. And feel free to come here and share, some things you've heard, and I'll definitely be transparent, because this is S Corp Straight Talk, unfiltered. But definitely getting back to, working with a professional throughout the year, increase fees for that. Make sure it's worth it. Get your custom consultation. We can start out with our 30-minute initial call and then go from there for the detailed analysis. But great strategy. I just want you to know that you're going into it ready to take that responsibility, work with a professional, and get great results. All right. So until then, I'll see you in the next Straight Talk episode. Have a great day.